What's up? alexy1 here, playing AZ79 again. Just after the last game, we get matched versus this guy again, and he tried something different. So he didn't like the way we approached his game, his opening, the Spanish 4 knights. Yeah, just go b6. I'm guessing taking here is fine, since now our bishop is pretty scary for him, I hope. Probably queen c7 is okay. I want to put my queen on a8. I always like that in such a position. Or maybe double rooks first. Is that really a threat? Well, probably. I'll just go on my way. Now I can maybe jump to b4. Just put some pressure on the d3 pawn. This is somewhat annoying for him, I guess. And yeah, I'm trying to play a bit faster, as you can see from the opening. But it's also like, if you play something irregular like this, I'll call his bluff. Knight f6 is probably the idea, but nothing scary about that. I think we're winning a piece here. No, we're not, but because he has rook f2. I should have done better there. Maybe went rook d2 immediately instead of taking on g2. Whatever. Like I was saying, if you play something irregular like this, we can just play our somewhat safe system against that, and it's okay. It's nothing special, such an opening. Okay. Well, I like this move by him. Maybe e5. Maybe something like rook d2. Yeah. If he checks, I'm gonna go to f8. Yeah. This was the idea. Trying to mate him and get my queen in on f3. This seems to be good for us. Yeah, I don't even see a real refutation after queen g5 though. If he takes first on f6 and then plays queen g5, he defends g2 with the tempo, but now so for instance, if he takes and then queen b7, he has queen g5 check. But the difference is now that he doesn't have that same tempo. I want to go to e8. I can go to h3 maybe. That's probably the best. Well, I can go to g3 now still, but this ending is very good for us. Well, this is made into. Yes, queen g3 was the best move in the position, obviously. But like, if you play something strange like this, well, it's not strange yet, since d4 just transposes back into a main Catalan. This is just the Catalan, but yeah, this g3 is pretty flexible, as in he can go to a Catalan, but he can also try and play something different. He can play something like an English with c4. But usually if they don't go d4 in this position, they go b3 or c4, or d3 c4, or d3 knight b2, knight b d2, and then e4 is also this is also pretty popular, I think. e4 here. I always go this b5. I like this, but and then the idea is rook e1, h4, e5, and then I guess knight f1, knight h2 knight g4 in the future or something. I don't really remember, but that's something a lot of people play it as well. But this guy just went for b3. Yeah, and I was deciding between b6 and b5 here. Like I said, in the other line I always like to go b5, but now, well, it is somewhat weakening, so. But I'd like to have this bishop on this diagonal. And, well, it's a harmless position. I don't really like this d3 idea, since this d3 pawn is always getting... Well, it could become a bit weak, and, well, as you saw in the game. Here it's a bit weak. So we're gonna go queen a8 next, and just put some pressure on this pawn. For instance, if he goes rook d1, just defending that pawn. I can't really take here. Well, maybe I can, I don't know. No, I can't. It just wins immediately. So queen e8, queen a8. And, well, it's still harmless, because he can go something like knight g3, or knight f2 maybe. And then take with the knight and defend against this pawn. Yeah, this is just fine. Now his bishop is a bit more scary than mine. It's just a good bishop, just pointing straight towards our king, and he can just go h4, h5, and just press on. On the other hand, we can take a pawn now. He can take on g7, and then it's just equal, I guess. I don't know. I'm a bit far into it. Instead I went queen g4, which the engine agrees with. So maybe I'm missing something here. Yeah, I thought that was the idea. But he has to go f5 here, it seems. This is a pretty interesting move. If we take... That should be bad, maybe because of queen takes, and then it's hard to defend this pawn. Impossible even. So taking on e4. Bishop takes, probably rook d2. Rook d2 threatens mate on h2 at the same time, so that's not good for us. So take back with the queen. Queen d6. And now f6. Yeah, this is very interesting. He should have definitely done that. Instead he went knight f6, which is a fun move, since if I take with the pawn, pawn takes, and it's hard to defend against both a threat on g7, and also he's just taking my bishop next. So, but yeah, bishop takes f6 is just a good move. But here we should just turn things around and play rook d1, d2 immediately. He has to take now, I guess, since rook f2. Since rook f2 fails to rook takes f2 and rook d2, so he has to take here, and then probably queen takes. And this is a much better variation than the game. Bishop c3, rook c2. Trying to get our next rook in as well. But instead we took and then played this, but rook f2 somewhat holds. Here we went g takes f. And it's fun to see that the evaluation of the engine is minus 2.5. I didn't really think so during the game, but it turns out it is. We went rook d2 here. Yeah, and here he should definitely take. Because then he can just check. Oh, no, I'm slipping a lot. And then play rook f2 or something. And somewhat keep my queen out. Still think this is very good for us, but yeah, you should try that. Instead he checked first, hoping that I would go to h8, I guess. I don't know. And now queen b7 is much more annoying. I think he has to go queen h3 here. Because this queen f3 is just such a threat. Instead I went queen g5. Yeah, and I think he has to go queen g3 here. And I mean, the ending is just horrible for him. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do that or not, but yeah, I guess I was. Rook e2 for 1 wins a pawn immediately. Then we're 2 pawns up. This one is weak. This is just an easy win. He can resign here. Instead, he played f5 and it's made in 2. So, 2 good games against this guy. 2 very different games. Antti Pihlajasalo is his name. Fun name. Finnish name, I guess. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have some suggestions or something, or want to play anything, let me know. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.